What's up everyone, and I'm Keith, and if you clicked on this video, then I'm guessing you're sick and tired of getting your offers on new homes rejected over and over again. Consistently getting your offer rejected can cause you considerable disappointment and enormous headache. If you found the home of your dreams and you make an offer, your hopes may be high. Suddenly, you get the bad news, the homeowner doesn't want to sell their home to you. That makes you wonder why. What went wrong? What was wrong with the offer? Why didn't they accept my offer? Offers are usually rejected because of a few common reasons, and they often have dollar signs attached to them. Make sure you stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to give you 7 pro tips on how you can increase your odds of getting your next offer accepted. The first and most obvious reason, your price was too low. Sellers aren't required to respond to offers in most states, but agents are required to deliver them no matter what the price of your offer is. When you submit a lowball offer that is below the list price, the sellers may believe that you, as a buyer, aren't serious about the purchase of their home. Home sellers can easily feel insulted, maybe too angry to respond. They'll reject your offer outright with no further discussion. The seller may also feel that it's too early to look at less than list price offers if the property has just come on the market. And sellers most certainly won't consider them if they've received multiple offers, which in this current market is nearly always the case. The second reason that your offer may not have been accepted, and you're not going to believe this, but you may have put in too high of an offer price. The flip side of offering too low on a home is offering too much for a home. Unless, of course, you're paying cash and you don't mind parting with it. Most sellers' agents will try to dissuade their clients from jumping at too high of an offer if it's not likely that the property will appraise for that much. Good agents look at comparable sales in the neighborhood and have a general idea of what the home will appraise for. If the seller accepts too high of an offer, the deal is likely to fall apart when the lender realizes that the loan terms exceed the property's actual value. The seller does not want to waste any time with their home being off of the market and will likely move on to another offer that is more realistic in the terms of price and probably has better terms. Reason number 3 could be that the seller received a better offer. In many cases, the home seller has simply received a better offer than yours from another aggressive buyer. It may be for a higher price, have fewer contingencies, or just have better terms than what you were able to offer. If your offer was rejected because the seller received a better offer, ask your real estate agent what you can do to help make your next offer even stronger, giving you a lower chance of being rejected. Also, be sure and ask your agent to try and find out what the terms of the offer that the seller did accept were. The selling agent may not be able to or won't say, but oftentimes they will give you hints on what they accepted, giving you the opportunity to adjust your strategy for the next offer. Make sure you learn from every offer that is rejected. Reason number 4, you didn't meet the seller's needs. In my experience, only about 50% of the agents call the listing agent prior to submitting that offer to find out what else may be motivating the current home seller. Your agent should always touch base with the listing agent to find out whether the seller has any specific requirements or hot buttons. They should also be trying to build a relationship with agents in their community so that they are a respected agent and considered an agent who can close a transaction. Another tip, make sure your agent has read what is called the agent remarks. That's not available for the public to see. They're located in MLS. There's often very helpful tips on what the seller is wanting besides price. Write these seller's concerns into your offer. You might be able to offer a longer closing date if the seller needs a longer escrow, or you can speed up the transaction in the opposite situation if the seller is anxious to get the deal done by a certain deadline. The seller may want a substantial amount of earnest money put down. If you can, increase it to meet the seller's needs. Offer to buy the property as is if the seller is concerned about repairs. And if you really want to stick out from the other offers, you can waive inspections, but only do this if you're comfortable and you can afford any repairs that may be needed immediately after the purchase of your new home. Make sure you submit your loan approval with all offers that are submitted, and then have your lender call the listing agent right after the offer is submitted to brag about how strong of a buyer you're going to be. Reason number 5 may be that the seller didn't sell it to you for personal reasons. The problem might not have nothing to do with your offer. It may be another personal reason. Maybe the seller ended up getting an offer from an old friend, which actually happened to one of my clients recently, and price, terms, or nothing else mattered to the seller, and they sold it to them because of sentimental reasons. I covered this one just a few seconds ago, but another reason could be that your agent has not built a good reputation with the listing agent, and the listing agent doesn't really want to work with them. Not all agents are a joy to work with, and some can be very difficult. This honestly could be a reason, especially in a multiple offer situation. There's nothing preventing a listing agent from taking 2 identical offers to a seller and saying, I don't like agent A, but agent B is professional. Most sellers will choose the offer from agent B. Don't let your agent sabotage your chances from the get-go. If it's not the price that got your offer rejected, or the terms, or the down payment, or waiving repairs, etc., then it often could be your agent. The bottom line in this real estate market is to go in as strong as you possibly can. Don't fall in love with that home until you are at the closing table. And most importantly, make sure you and your agent learns from each and every offer that is rejected and adjust your next offer from what you learned on previous rejections. Billionaire Bill Gates said, it's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure. Now let me give you 7 quick tips on getting your offer accepted. And don't forget to hit the like button now. I'd truly appreciate it. Number 1, get pre-approved and provide proof with your offer. Have your lender call the listing agent with the offer that has been accepted and explain to the listing agent how strong you are as a buyer. It always looks better to the seller if you're pre-approved for more than the home costs. So don't have your lender lower the approval amount on the letter to meet your offer. You want to look strong. Tip number 2, offer the most earnest money that you can. Typical earnest money is about 1% of the purchase price. If you know you're not going to back out of this home, then go all in and put as much earnest money down as you possibly can. It's not extra money, it goes towards your closing costs and down payment. So you might as well go in as strong as you can to have your offer seriously considered. Tip number 3, have your agent discover the seller's motivation to help structure your offer. Why are they selling? Do they need to close quickly? Do they need more time to move? Would they like a few extra days after closing at no charge to stay in the house? Do they want more earnest money? Would they like some seller's closing costs paid for? Are they scared of the whole home inspection? Addressing these situations in your offer can dramatically improve your chances of getting your offer accepted. Pro tip number 4, make your offer as clean as possible. If the home is in great shape and you're willing to waive all the inspections, don't ask for the seller's closing costs. Try and get approved conventional. Offer seller's closing costs if you can. Don't complicate your offer asking for furniture, lawnmowers, grills, all that, leave it out. That will just clutter up your offer and make it more confusing to the seller. Number 5, include an escalation clause. But if you're going to do this, you should consider still starting off with an initial price above the list price to show that you're a serious buyer and that you stand out from the other chicken offers that do an escalation but start at the list price. So I'm not done yet. Here's pro tip number 6. Have your agent call the selling agent after they have submitted it and explain the key points of the offer, ensuring them that this will be a simple transaction and that the new buyers are excited and that you'll be able to close on this property in time. It's a great way to stand out and shows that the selling agent, that your agent has good communication and will be easy to get a hold of and to deal with. Tip number 7 on ways to improve your offer of getting accepted. Don't let your agent write the offer when the price ends with a 0 or a 5. Write an offer that's at $252 instead of $250, or $257 instead of $255. I see lots and lots of offers come in at even numbers, and adding 1 or 2 more thousand above can beat out those other offers. Agents out of habit regularly end up putting their offers in with a 5 or a 0. Don't be a normal offer. Stand out from the crowd and you'll have a much better chance. For each of those tips that you put into your offer, you're going to increase your chance of getting your offer accepted. If you really want to buy a home during this market, then talk to your realtor about doing a few or all of these strategies to help get your offer accepted. If you've watched this video this long, again, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps move the video up in the YouTube rankings, and I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe if you would like. We'll see you on the next video that's right here.